Introduction. The United Nations is a global organization which facilitates the cooperation in matters like international rights, peace, international security, social and economic problems, development, and humanitarian issues and human rights. It was founded in October the 24th in 1945 in San Francisco, United States. It's currently formed by 193 states, which are members of the General Assembly.
In blue we can see the member states. In 1960, most of African countries joined the UN. In 1991, some Asian countries abandoned the UN.
This organization has four main goals, which are to keep the peace in the world, to develop friendly relationships between the countries, to assist nations in promoting human rights, helping the poor and improving hunger, literacy and disease. And last but not least, to operate as a center to achieve these goals. Due to the powers conferred in the United Nations Chamber, these organizations can take action on the problems by humanity in the 21st century, like peace and security, climate change, sustainable development, human rights, terrorism, humanitarian emergencies, gender equality, food production, and more. It also provides a forum for its members to express their opinions in the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, and other organs. By allowing dialogue between the members and hosting the negotiations, the UN has become a mechanism for governments to find areas of agreement and solve problems together.
The UN's logo and flag have become the most familiar symbols in the organization as it developed their work all over the world. They identify the UN in areas of trouble or crisis, and appeal of the hopes and dreams for peace and unity for the people on the world. Multilingualism allows communication between the different member states with different language and cultures, but promoting tolerance, multilingualism also guarantees a better participation of all member states in the organization work. The Department of Public Information has established language days for each 6 official languages. The purpose of these days is to commemorate multilingualism and cultural diversity, as well as to promote the equal use of the 6 languages throughout the organization. Most of the documents of the UN are issued in all 6 official languages, with implies the translation from the original text. The languages are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish.
Decisions on important matters, peace and security, admissions of new members, budgetary issues require a 2/3 majority. The President of the General Assembly is elected every year. Security Council. It maintains international peace and security. It has 15 members, 5 permanent and 10 non-permanent. Every member state of the UN, according to the Charter, is obliged to adopt the decisions taken by the Council. It determines the existence of threats against peace and acts of aggression, asks the involved parts in a conflict to reach an agreement in a pacific way, and it can appeal to imposing sanctions and even authorize the use of force to maintain or restore international peace and security. The presidency rotates and changes every month. Economic and Social Council is in charge for coordination, policy review, policy dialogue and recommendation on economic, social and environmental issues, as well as the accomplishment of international development objectives and supervising the activities of the UN system and other agencies specialized in economic, social and environmental matters. It's the central platform of the UN for reflection, debate and innovative thinking on sustainable development. Trusteeship Council. It was established in 1945 and its mission was to provide international supervision to 11 trusted territories that have been placed under the administration of 7 member states and ensure that they will be prepared for autonomy and independency. In 1944, all the trusted territories had obtained autonomy and independency, so the Trusteeship Council suspended its operation on November that year. The Council modified its statute to remove the obligation of meeting annually and agreed to meet as the occasion required, by own decision of the Presidents or by the request of the majority of members of the General Assembly of the Security Council. The Court's mission is to solve, according to international legislation, legal disputes brought by states and to give advisory opinions on legal questions presented to it by United Nations authorized organs and specialized agencies. It's headed by the Secretary General and comprises tens of thousands of international staff who work in different stations around the world under the command of the General Assembly and other main organs. But serving to the cause of peace in a violent world is a dangerous occupation. Since the UN was founded, thousands of men and women have given their lives to serve the cause.
In the UN. Their work is to translate the UN Assembly talks for and from the 6 official languages. This section is an essential part in the communication between the delegates present at the meeting. For this to carry out correctly, speakers use technical terms of their native languages and the interpreter doesn't have time to translate the original words. Is the name of simultaneous interpretation, and it's currently used in the UN meetings.
The most important UN agencies are the World Bank, that focuses on poverty reduction and the improvement of life standards by providing low-interest loans, interest-free credits and grants to countries on development for education, health, infrastructure and communication. The International Monetary Fund, which promotes the economic growth and employment by providing financial assistance to the countries. It helps them to balance their payments. The World Health Organization, which is responsible for vaccination campaigns, responding to public health emergencies and leading campaigns for eradication of mortal diseases such as malaria and polio. UN's Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, which purpose is to improve the international education and protect historical places all over the world. The UN's Children Emergency Funds. It provides long-term humanitarian and development assistance to children and mothers from poor areas.
The colors are blue and white because the UN wanted to make clear that they were an identified Peace Corps. We don't need to hide. Their missions are to monitor the compliance of the ceasefire, disarm and immobilize the combatants, protect the civilian population, maintain the law and order and train a local police force, keep territories mine-free, ensure the development of peace and security, support the resolution of conflicts between countries and between communities of the same country.
The language are Arabic, Chinese, English.
Es lo de los cactus azules. Y es
Action on drug trafficking.
Because the UN wanted
The Security Council it was established.
The speaker used turning out.